Hello and welcome back to the Unlucky Few. Tonight we will be having a very special video for you. This will be our Arc 2 finale, which will not only be the culmination of the Session Zeros of the wonderful Arwynn, Kai, and Fendiun, but it will also be the very last video that we post before our live stream officially starts and the campaign begins, this time for reals. So, without further ado, we will get into the finale here, where all of our wonderful characters in time will come to meet up with each other. It starts with Kai. You and your newfound friend, Kat, appear to just be, in a slightly relaxed position, kind of enjoying the victory that you just won. The people who are with you having just marched off after you received your payment, taking the item that you found with them for further investigation. When approaching you, you see Amaranthine, who is a familiar sight to you as she is one of the prefects of the Mage Academy that you hope to study at. And in tow of Amaranthine, you see another person as well. Now, I did have you do this originally in your Session Zeros, but briefly, can you each give a description of your character so that the other person can know what they're looking at, essentially?
You first.
Alright, so you see a tiefling with light lavender skin and black long hair that's brought over his shoulder, tied in a ponytail, and he's got curling black ram horns with like gold baubles on it. Jewelry.
I love it.
Antler bling.
Yes.
Great.
And he's wearing like mostly neutral colors. He's wearing like one of those like kind of like baggy silk shirts.
Aladdin-esque clothing.
Kind of. Like the low cut baggy shirt, and then he's got like a long cloak and pants, hopefully pants, with boots that come up to his knees, and he's got a long staff strapped to his back.
Okay.
And he's got it looks like he has a book strapped to his hip, like underneath his cloak a little bit. And he's got black eyes. That's all I got.
Got you.
And
okay.
You would actually do your description first, and then we'll go into it.
Okay, cool. Arwynn, this black hair, it's all flipped over to one side. Red, like, watery eyes. They're kind of big, but also, like, slanty. It's
Like large almond-shaped eyes?
yeah, like almond-shaped eyes. Like, not quite kawaii anime eyes, but still pretty big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like small pinched features, rat-like, of course, naturally. Their ears are kind of like, they've got some earrings in them, but it looks like a couple of them have been ripped out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. A baggy pirate shirt like the one that you described, except slightly tattered. Pants with about 80 pockets per leg. It's great. It's by far the most noticeable part of the entire ensemble, other than maybe like a pouch strapped to one hip and a dagger on one other. That's it.
And standing next to Kai, you would see what appears to be a human. She has kind of like, not quite curly, but not straight, so sort of like kind of waviest textured red hair, freckles on her face, kind of like a very pale complexion. She has some kind of very strange device that is probably about 3.5 to 4 feet in length, made of various metals and woods, strapped to her back. She has on like tight trousers that kind of like hug to her hips, boots that come up to like just below her knee, and then a top that is like decently low cut, which really accents the fact that she is like incredibly flat chested. But you would just see them there talking, kind of just like relaxing a little bit as Amaranthian would bring you up. Upon seeing you, she would kind of like give you a nod.
Alright, I'll kind of return the nod and look at you kind of questioningly before I turn my attention back to Amaranthian and ask, what can I help you with?
Well, first you can inform me, what exactly was it that went on here?
I'll describe the situation. Our wacky adventure with the fish people and, you know, killing them. And then I'll mention the bracelet and I'll say which we gave to Finn. And, yeah, kind of go into detail about what happened, everything like that.
She kind of like nods throughout her story. I guess you're kind of lost as they describe literal fish people
A little bit.
attacking the docking district and then fending it off. But still, at the end of your story, she would just kind of nod and just be like, "Then it would appear that I have to check in with Finn then. But in the meantime, that was a very impressive display of skill from both of you in particular, though. Your magic certainly interests me."
Interests you? How so?
You are more adept than most of our beginners.
Like the way that sounds.
In that case, I hope you like the way potentially getting to study at the academy sounds.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
She said, I hope you like the way that potentially getting to study at the academy sounds.
I do, yeah. Yes. Kind of like it straightens out Cloak a little bit.
It will certainly take some time to convince the right people who need to be convinced of it, but I have a good deal of faith that you will be granted entrance, if not immediately, eventually, especially if you continue to build a reputation for yourself and prove yourself in manners such as these.
He grins and then kind of tries to like contain himself a little bit to look, you know, not scary.
She kind of like taps her fingers together. This must be my lucky day to find 2 potential recruits, when originally I had thought I might find none. Yes, how very rude of me. This is Arwynn. Arwynn is also quite skilled in the arcane arts, as well as they seem to have about a good of a knack for finding trouble and being there to break it up as you did these past days.
I'll kind of like look Arwynn up and down with my eyes and be like, seems so.
I give you
It was almost like a little
deadpan,
judgy.
I'm giving you a deadpan finger guns.
Finger crossbows?
Finger
Crossbows.
crossbow.
No, there are guns. There are guns in this world. There are gunslingers.
Okay.
They can still be finger guns.
Sweet.
Finger blunderbusses. Alright, so you two kind of have that interaction, so she kind of bows her head. For the meantime, is there a place that, well, I know where you're certainly staying. Is there a place where you will be staying as well that I could be able to find you?
Staying at the suites.
Well, then that makes it even easier. It appears you're both staying at the same spot as well.
Lovely.
Well, in that case, I trust the 2 kind of gives like a look to Kat. 3 of...
I'll put my arm around her shoulders. Yeah, she's with me.
She, like, looking at Kat. I can't help but feel that you look awfully familiar. Kat just like, you can like, she's not like moving, but you can like feel her just like shrink into, like receding into you as much as possible before she's just like, no, I don't think so. I don't know any magic, so I don't academy.
Same.
So she just kind of like looks again and just, well, enough. I should probably go check in with the with the prince and see what has been uncovered there. But until then, it was a pleasure to meet you both. I will make sure to begin the processes necessary to have you granted admission to our wonderful academy. And in the meantime, as I said, just continue to be impressive. She turns and begins to walk away.
And now we stand there awkwardly staring at each other.
Yeah. So
Arwyn's not gonna say anything.
I'll let go of Kat then and kind of like move away so I can kind of turn and look at you.
Okay.
It is also very hard to do that sitting like this, but it's fine.
Exactly. Howdy.
After about the first 30 to 45 seconds, Kat would finally just like look at you and then just so do we wanna, I don't know, go?
Go where?
To the suites, probably.
Yeah, literally. Or we could just keep standing here staring at each other. I guess that also works.
He'll just turn and start walking in the direction of the suites.
Yeah.
You get about I would say maybe like 5 or 6 steps into this journey before kind of like directly up the road that you're traveling on that you kind of know like doesn't take you through the center part of the market but kind of leads you around a back way that's almost like a straight shot straight to the gates of where like the lower districts meet Dusttown. You would see a figure walking towards you by himself, looking pretty bedraggled, and a little beaten up, clothes a little torched.
When a
As-
destroyed man approaches.
As Audie, would you like to describe your character to those two as what you see walking up?
So,
Haggard and toasty.
This
I
would
don't
also be a
remember him
figure
getting
that is
toasted,
very
but
the trap.
oh, yeah, you got a little toasty.
Toasted marshmallow.
Just a little bit, like not too bad.
You would also recognize this figure as it got closer.
Yeah, so I'm gonna speak in first person to get more into character. I'm like 6'1", 6'2". I'm just gonna say he. Never mind. And he's very. I'm like everybody's gonna be like, you're not 6'2" and you're not skinny. So he's like 6'1", and he's very slim, almost like malnourished looking. He has like a stereotypical like Disney villain nose, but like it works. And he has like the very curly mustache. His hair is slicked back, and he has like a little like white soul patch. He looks like he's carrying this really big stone like circular ring.
Did you
with
put it in your
cards.
bag when you?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Never mind. He's not carrying it. It's in his bag. I was role playing like this for a while as he was holding it in his arms. He's wearing like a yellow shirt that's like completely oversized, excess fabric all over. 'Cause fashion for the arms. Lots of white. He has like very tight like white pants, almost kind of like riding pants. What else? He has
Breastplate, yeah.
Oh yeah, he has breastplate armor, and it looks like there's a big circle on it that's been like purposefully scratched on there. He has a sword at his hip. It's like a flamberg, but it looks very decorative. It looks like it's more for like display than actually fighting. He has a long red cloak. His whole like color scheme is basically like sunset. Sunrise, sunset, both things he likes.
Art sunset.
And like I guess as he gets closer, it's like really obvious to see his hands are like completely riddled with scars, like as if somebody like beat the shit out of his knuckles. His hands just like messed up. But yeah, he's a nice handsome chap. Going down the street.
Also,
that's Fendiun.
You would notice the two of them.
Hey.
And thinking about the words of someone being called into mind, they would look really familiar.
The homeless people, of course.
You would also immediately recognize, oh, that person who owns like the library bookshop thing.
The next page.
And
you do own a bookshop.
And you would
Yes.
recognize, hey, that rat kid that comes in and borrows books sometimes, but always seems to give them back, too.
Hello, rat boy.
You.
Me.
Do you have a bird?
Beg pardon?
So, your shop was locked this morning, but I needed you to return.
Correct.
I needed you to return some things.
You can just hand them over, no big deal.
I've already let myself in.
Into which rooms? This is very important.
Only
For no particular reason.
only into the main room. Only into
Alright,
only into the main room where everything is ordinarily.
Alright.
Are you sure? There was a bird who spoke to me in my head. I gave him some jerky.
I gave her some tea. Okay, first of all, you're always welcome at the shop, but when I'm there. Not saying I don't trust you, but I will have to do inventory. Whatever you return, thanks. Also, hello, sir. Fendiun Rune. Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you, old chap. You already know me. We'll shake your hand again. Alright, the bird that talks, yes, I know her, sort of. I don't own her. She's
Okay,
like
it's
a lady.
her.
They're associates.
She gave me this book. Can you tell what is it? A basic spells book?
Yes, it is essentially like a guide to basic magics and arcane practices.
Oh, well, this appears to be a guide to basic magics and arcane practices.
Really? I wonder.
Did
And I take it back, I guess.
did she tell you to do anything with it? I don't.
To
not
use it
mine.
wisely, basically.
Is it mine? It's not mine. It's like from the bird, right?
No, this was a book in your
Oh,
library.
well, you're welcome to rent it out. No problem. As always, trust policy. Give it back whenever you can, as long as whenever you can is within a year.
Fabulous.
I'm gonna like take a notebook out of my satchel and write down. I'm just writing rat child. Very
Rat
kind,
child.
Check inventory, and then took
Like,
the basic
Star Child or something.
Got
It's
you.
Rat Child.
Rat
I
child.
mean,
Rodent.
it
Wild,
was nothing
if you
but
will.
endearment. You can call me Drow Man. I don't know.
How about by your name?
Yes, I suppose. I do have one of those.
What is it?
You come into my shop every day. You know my name.
No, I don't.
You have no idea what each other's names are.
Oh, all right. I suppose I'm usually very good with the niceties, but I suppose I forgot. My name is Fendiun Rune.
I am Arwynn Potts.
Arwynn. And I draw like a little picture of a pots and pans.
Oh my god.
Memory helps the old chap think.
I understand.
Yield emojis.
I'm
Oh
terribly
my
sorry.
God.
What's your name, sir?
Kairon.
And then I draw like horns. Very good. Well, it's getting late. I'm going to go to bed. Good night.
That's that. Alright.
Do you walk away from them?
I'm gonna start walking away,
You,
but
you get about 6 steps, 7 steps away before in your head you just hear.
you see them. Turn back around. Did you need something?
It's like the sound effect from
Do they need
Swiper
something?
tiptoeing.
Excuse me, miss. Do they need something? I do that in character.
Arwynn's
just
looking
kind of-
at you
you
like,
hear-
Yeah, we're just watching.
You hear nothing.
maybe he's hearing voices.
Well, obviously, that's why I'm talking to them. Well, the voices say that I was supposed to meet you here, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Oh,
Well,
this probably sounds
the
insane, I
voices-
just realized.
A little, but we don't know what you need to do with us either. So we're all in the same boat.
Something about the bird, because she is a...
So the bird is important.
The person who talks through the bird is important.
I'm sorry, who told you to follow us?
A bird.
Well, she
The
didn't-
bird.
The bird?
Just this lady that I work for told me to find a rat with a sword. I'm using the word sword because it's more polite than the word that she used, even though she didn't use it in that context. And then the demon, I think she said demon. I know that you're not a demon, obviously. You're a person with a staff or a stick. I think she said stick. I don't know. She was very vague, but here you are. Fit the description quite good, yes?
Right. Well, and I'll just walk past him.
I'm just like, well, I didn't make that choice, so she can't yell at me.
What do you do?
That's a good question. I mean,
Does Cat follow
I don't
me?
know what.
She sort of like
Just kind of stuttering, I guess.
like waits for a second or two before kind of like walking after you, not as fast as you're walking. And she's sort of like, she kind of like turns towards you and is just like, are you coming?
I'm gonna follow
What?
them because I don't know how to get to the suites. I don't think.
You could probably find your way back there, honestly, but like, you're all going to the same spot, so she just like offered.
Well, jolly good. Have a good night. If you need anything, feel free to knock. What do you want? I don't know what to say to them.
I walk a little bit faster. No, just like a swaying, like kind of walking, like not trying to be rude, but also trying to make it clear that I don't want to be near you.
Magic.
Magic?
Is that what you want me to say to them? Because I'm not quite sure. Do you want me to follow them? Because that's a bit stalkery.
You feel just the force in your head as you say, do you want me to follow them, becomes just a little less like repressive.
Is that a yes? Let's see. I'm saying this in my head, by the way.
Oh.
I'm not like, I'm going to follow them.
Blink once if you want me to stop them. I was like 5 times.
I'm just like, alright, fine, but if I get stabbed, it's because they got the wrong idea. Is there a bar that happens to be near the suites or a tavern or anything? Or is it like part of
The suites.
The Suites is
Is a
the
tavern.
only tavern/inn in the entirety of this
Oh,
town.
okay. Well, just gonna go lock up the home.
I already did.
Thank you. Well, just gonna go unlock the home and go to bed. And then, like, I'm just gonna very, very, like, badly, like, over-exaggerate my
Saunter.
walk around the corner. And then
Spy me.
Are you like following them sneakily like that?
Yes.
Arwynn can still see you.
Fendiun thinks you should turn around.
In your head you hear, maybe I did make a mistake after all. Just walk with them.
Well, I'm feeling a bit thirsty, so
At this point, I'm like 30 feet ahead of you.
Arwyn's like,
I'm like speed walking to try to keep up, but I'm trying to act like I'm not out of breath because I'm actually not very an active person.
Wait, how tall are you?
He's 6'1".
6'1". I mean, you'd probably be able to catch up decently fast, because
He's still out of breath because all
5'11".
he does is sit and read and eat biscuits.
Alright, I would say probably 150 feet into the journey you managed to catch up. So now it's like you're walking next to Kat, kind of diagonally behind you is Arwynn, and then like trailing maybe like 2 feet behind you now is Fendiun.
Do I know he's there?
Yes.
Okay.
As he walks up, you hear,
It's kind of like he's trying really hard not to sound out of breath. I was like, so how are we doing? Like
When you get to the top of the stairs and you pretend not to be winded.
Exactly.
it's like, so where are we going today?
Or he'll be like, oh, he coughs a lot to get like the exhale out.
So, me and Kat are walking ahead. I'm just kind of flicking through a big book while I'm walking. And, yeah, just walking ahead of you.
Is there any other conversation you would like to have happen on the way to the suites, or do you get there?
I think we just get there.
I think we just get there.
All right, so you arrive at the suites. At this point, you have a room to go to at this point. I do not believe you have a room to go to yet at this point.
Oh, wait, no, okay. I thought the thing that happened at the suites, but actually
No.
happened at the other place. I was like,
Yeah, I was gonna say no. That's why you couldn't go back to the other place.
Okay.
Fun times had by all. But yeah, so you all kind of arrive there. You're just sort of like now standing in the bar section of it.
I come here quite often with my friend. I'd go get a drink.
Yeah.
Do I see Luna anywhere?
You do not currently know. You imagine she's probably like in what is now both of your room.
I'll close my book and tie it back like on my waistband.
Kat kind of, before you even have a chance to leave, Kat's just like, if you want to grab a table, I'll get us drink.
Splendid. I'm just kidding. I'm not that literal. And then I said,
Oh, I didn't get it for a second.
I was like,
God damn it. So, all right, she goes up to get drinks. All of you are now sitting around a table, kind of staring at each other.
So, are you all from the area?
No.
I know you are. I see you all the time. Was that a no? I'm sorry. Audie, the person, didn't hear.
Oh, no, I'm not from around here. I've been here for a bit, though. A bit of time.
Oh, in business, I'm assuming your business is not my business. I want press.
Something like that.
So, you're interested in magic, I see, yes. You took the book out. I don't know if you were aware, but I actually sorry, had a long day. I actually teach some magical theory classes.
Do you really?
Yes, I usually take it from students every year, but if you're ever interested, you can feel free to stop by. I do them during the weekends.
Okay. Duly noted. I will have to attend.
Although I can only cast a few spells myself. I know quite a bit about magical theory, magical history, all that. I do give recommendations to get students into the college, but whether they actually make it, it's about 50-50. Very selective. Wouldn't select me, but they'll select the kids I teach, okay.
Oh, I know it.
Where's the beer?
He suddenly has this aura of, like, more charming.
Of ass kissery?
Yeah, a little bit. And smooth on, like, how I'm being tonight. And is like, so how much are your classes?
Well, I charge depending on, how much each family or person can afford, but for the most part, sometimes I teach them for free. As you know, as long as the students are polite and clean up after themselves and bring snacks, because they like snacks. Or 500 gold a session for the rich kids. That's how I'm able to afford the upkeep for my library, because, it really wasn't the smartest idea keeping books on the docks. Didn't think things through.
At this point, Kat arrives back with 4 mugs of liquid. You assume it's probably just like the house ale.
I don't care, I'll drink it.
And sets them down. Kind of hearing you make that comment, 500 gold for the rich kids. She sort of just like coyly sort of like looks over at Kai and just like goes down, up. Probably for free then, yeah.
Audie's laughing, but Fendiun isn't. Well, that's quite rude. I don't judge people based on what their situation is, But I will say, the rich kids' parents are really
like that, huh?
Oh, it's fine. We're friends and we're both broke.
He just like drinks like half the beer and puts it down on the table.
Shame!
And just shoots her a look.
I have Pinky out while I drink. I'm drinking it as though I'm holding a cup of tea. I'm like, he is a fop.
Oh, what?
Like a dandy.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
Like foppish.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I've never heard that before.
But no, as Kat does kind of sit down next to you, though, sort of like slide a little bit closer. She kind of like leans over into you to whisper, loud enough that you know she's whispering to Kai, not loud enough that you can like make out the words, but she's just like, if this is going to be a recommendation that can get you in, though, it's probably a good idea to stay with him for a little bit, even if he's a little weird.
Kat whispers to Kai to kiss up.
Yeah, but then also,
good notes.
it's also probably a good idea that we continue to bring in an income, both so that we can be, not homeless, and also because both this and the academy can be fairly expensive. So.
Right. Well, we could always look for some more jobs tomorrow.
True. Well, I don't know what we're going to be planning on doing, but it's not like we can expect a job to just walk in through the front of the tavern. And on that note, the front door of the tavern opens. Right as she says that, man, it's crazy how this shit happens. And in through the tavern walks 3 very, very interesting looking people. Probably 3 of the most different looking people that you have ever seen with each other the entire time. The 3 of you sitting at this table included. And with that,
it's almost as if they were main characters.
We are going to bring this finale to an end. because you are about to meet the remaining 2 members of the party. And when that happens, we will be in the first episode of the live stream as all 5 party members come together to undertake their first ever quest as a group. Also, with that, we've hit the first milestone of the campaign, which means congratulations, you are now no longer helpless level 1 losers. You're now helpless level 2 losers.
Yeah.
Level twosers.
So,
Thanks, I hate it.
Alright, so on that note, that pretty much wraps us up for the finale. The next time you will be seeing us, I will not be introducing it as a YouTube video. I'll be introducing it as a live stream. We will be live. If I mess up, we won't be able to re-record it. It'll be absolutely wonderful. So, until next time, I have been Liz.
I've been Cass.
I have been and still am Ash.
I'm Audie.
And we have been the Unlucky Few, so we will see you all next time. Bye!
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. We will be live streaming November 9th at twitch.tv/toughdnd.
For more updates and content from us, check out our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at TUFDND. Links in the description.
From all of us here at The Unlucky Few, thank you for watching and we'll see you next time. Bye.
It's on the ground, because this is definitely licensed. Please don't sue me, I will literally fucking work for you.